Baby.
It's for me.
No.
It makes me happy.
Please, I'll tell you the story as many times as you want.
Okay.
But we realized that if we walk, baby.
It's for me.
No.
It makes me happy.
Please, I'll tell you the story as many times as you want.
Okay.
Everybody, SOK Entertainment, click that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, feel free to click one of the donation links in the box, and most importantly, leave a comment. So, I came across something on Instagram today, and it really bothered me, and the title of this video is Ariana Grande shows fake love to Mac Miller after he passes away. Now, for those that don't know, Mac Miller passed away last week at age 26. People are saying that it was a drug overdose. Some people are saying that it was suicide. Nobody really knows. They're still running tests to see what exactly was in Mac Miller's system when he passed away. And the reason why I'm saying that Ariana Grande was showing fake love to Mac Miller is simply because, I'm going to give y'all the full breakdown of this entire situation. So Mac Miller and Ariana Grande dated for about 2 years, right? Mac Miller had spoke throughout most of his rap career. Right around the time he dropped a project called Faces, he basically explained how he has a drug addiction and how he has even gotten to the point where he thought he would die because he was so addicted to the drug use that he was battling. So Ariana Grande and Mac Miller broke up after 2 years. They broke up April of this year. Not April of last year. They broke up April of this year in 2018. And shortly after they broke up, Mac Miller got into an accident in his, I believe it was a Range Rover. He got into an accident. He fled the scene before the cops came, and it turns out that Mac Miller was drunk while he got into that accident. So he was charged with a DUI. And Ariana Grande came out and basically said that, the relationship that she had with Mac Miller was toxic. She said that no grown woman should have to take care of a grown-ass man, and she's not his mother, and he needs to get his shit together. That's what she said right around the time that he got into the accident. Now, let me tell you the problem that I have with that, right? Okay, so if you're dating somebody and you know that they've had issues with drugs, why would you kick somebody when they're already down? Why would you publicly say something negative? Why would you publicly go out of your way to kick somebody when they're already down? Now, she could have easily kept those words to herself, because at the end of the day, what happened between Ariana Grande and Mac Miller's relationship, that's none of our business. But for her to come out and say that, in my opinion, I think that was fucked up. You could have just not said anything, especially when you know that Mac Miller is a good dude. Anybody that has had a relationship with Mac Miller has nothing but good things to say about him. Ariana Grande is the first person that came out and said something like that about Mac Miller. So let me get even more deep into this, right? So 2 months after Mac Miller and Ariana Grande's relationship, she got into a relationship with a guy named Pete Davidson, right? Her and Pete Davidson ended up getting engaged a couple of weeks after they got together in their relationship, right? She went on to a TV show. I believe it was the Stephen O'Brien TV show. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know the name. And she had an interview, and she basically said that she knew she wanted to marry Pete Davidson when she first met him 3 years ago. Now, remember what I just said early in this video. Mac Miller and Ariana Grande were dating for 2 years. They just broke up in April. She got into the new relationship a month or 2 months after she broke up with Mac Miller, who she also was engaged to. Then she goes onto a show and says that she wanted to marry another man while she was already with Mac Miller 3 years ago. Doesn't that sound fucked up? Doesn't that sound fucked up? So you guys can see where I'm going here with this video. So shortly after that, Mac Miller does an interview, and he was asked about the relationship with Ariana Grande, because Mac Miller got into that accident like right after the time where she started dating Pete Davidson. And Mac Miller was asked about it, and he said he wishes her nothing but the best, but he admitted that he thinks that her rushing into that relationship with Pete Davidson and getting engaged, he said that it was a little strange. And basically what he meant by that is he feels like he got played. Like, damn, like, we was just engaged, we were just dating for 2 years, and you already moved on a month or two after, we were just engaged, and now all of a sudden you're engaged again, and you're saying that this guy you're engaged with, you wanted to, marry him 3 years ago when you met him, and you were already dating Mac Miller at that time. Now, let me tell you why she did that. Women do certain things to purposefully piss off people that they used to be in a relationship with. Ariana Grande said that because she wanted to purposefully piss off Mac Miller. That's why she said that. Also, right? Ariana Grande played a huge role in Mac Miller getting sober. When Mac Miller started dating Ariana Grande, he got sober because of Ariana Grande, so I'm going to give her credit. He got sober from the help of Ariana Grande. So Ariana Grande already knew everything that Mac Miller was going through. She knew he had demons. She knew that he had a problem with drugs. She even said that at some points in a relationship, it was scary. So if you know these things about somebody, right? If you know that this guy who was a good-hearted person has problem with drugs, why would you publicly come out and criticize him for something that you knew about him before you started dating him? Why would you go out of your way to tell everybody that you wanted to marry another dude while you was with him? This is a dude that obviously was in love with you. You helped him get sober. Nobody else could help Mac Miller get sober except for Ariana Grande, not even his parents. So that tells you how much he cared about this person. So fast forward, right? Mac Miller passes away. Everybody goes on Ariana Grande's comments and says that she's the reason why he died. Obviously, that's not true. But we cannot deny that she played a role in him going back to the drugs. You can't deny that, because obviously she gave up on him when he needed her the most. If you really care about somebody and you really love somebody, you're not just going to give up on them when they start fucking up. If that's the case, you never cared about them in the first place. Now, am I saying that Ariana Grande should have acted like Mac Miller's parent? No. But if you already knew that he was dealing with something before he met you, and you said that you wanted to help, and you know that you played a huge role in him not doing the drugs anymore, for you to just break up with him, publicly scrutinize him, get into another relationship a month after you broke up with him, and then get engaged again, and then publicly say that you wanted to marry somebody 3 years ago, knowing that you were dating Mac Miller for 2 years, that's fucked up. And now you go on Instagram and you say that, oh, rest in peace, I knew I loved you when I was 18. Like, come on. This is what happens when people pass away. And I want everybody that's watching this video to understand what happens when people pass away. When you pass away, everybody that was wicked to you, that was evil to you, they turn around and act like everything is all good. Nobody's really coming at Ariana for what she did. She should have never came out and said what she said about Mac Miller, how that was a toxic relationship. That was fucked up. That was nobody's business. You already knew that Mac Miller had a drug issue. So for you to publicly scrutinize him, especially when you're somebody that was so important to his life, that probably hurt that man so much to hear Ariana Grande talk about him like that. And if you even listen to his album, Swimming, he talks about it. He talks about everything that everybody needs to know. He talks about his drug use. He talks about anxiety, depression, everything that people want to know about Mac Miller. go listen to his latest album, Swimming, and he'll talk to you about everything. And rest in peace, Mac Miller. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this video, but if nobody else is going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. I'm just not a fan of the fake love. I'm not a fan of somebody coming out and showing fake love to a person just because they want to save their image, because I feel like the only reason Ariana Grande made that post that you guys see in this video is because she wants to save her image. She wants to save her image. She doesn't want people to go around thinking that she didn't care about him, thinking that she wanted him to die. That's why she posted this video. That's why. Am I saying that she never cared about this man? I'm not saying that. Obviously, if she dated him for 2 years, she cared about him. But you can't go from scrutinizing him, talking shit about him, going out of your way to hurt his feelings with Pete Davidson, and now all of a sudden you want to keep posting about Mac Miller? It's just fake, man. And anybody that got a problem with what I got to say, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I feel at the moment. Click that subscribe button. I'm out. Skirt.